3 winning tickets were sold in last week's record $1.6 billion Powerball drawing. That means profits for the 44 states that participate in the lottery. In Texas, proceeds from Powerball and other lotteries go to support education and veteran services. But it also means putting out loads of cash in hopes of trying to win the Powerball, like this woman in Tennessee. Cinnamon Nicole started a GoFundMe page to try and get reimbursed after she says her family spent all their money on tickets, assuming they would win the jackpot. But she's not alone. Now, the odds, of course, are terrible when it comes to winning. 1 in 292 million for this last drawing, to be exact. So why are states' lotteries allowed to thrive? And are they actually a form of taxation? That's our topic this half hour. We want to hear from you on our Fox 26 Facebook page. You can also weigh in on Twitter. Use the hashtag Fox26forlife. Joining us live in the newsroom is our panel led by our senior legal analyst, Chris Tritico, our news analyst, Mustafa Tamiz, and public policy analyst, Jackie Bally. Good morning again, guys.
Good morning.
All right, just to be clear, that GoFundMe site has now been taken down. I think she raised almost $1,000, though. I can't imagine anyone who donated what they were thinking, but carry on.
Yeah. Cinnamon, come on. I mean, really. Look, lotteries are is it a form of taxation? I don't think so, because A, you're not required to do it, and B, you have the 1 in 300 million chance of getting something back out of it. And so it's not a form of taxation. It's a form of entertainment that you have to be extremely responsible about. Cinnamon is not a responsible person, and I would not have given Cinnamon 1 penny because she blew all of her money trying to do something that was almost impossible to do. The simple fact of the matter is, if you're going to play the lottery, you spend only a few dollars on it, and that's it. I saw, Jackie, last week, a guy on the Fox News channel who was not an employee, just a commentator on there, say before the lottery, you should go spend all the money you can buying these tickets. That's completely irresponsible.
Well, let's go back to Cinnamon. Her name is Cinnamon, so we're not surprised.
The fact that her mother named her after her spice is not her fault.
You know, you have to explain to me about this whole lottery system. I've never bought one single ticket. So no, it's not a form of taxation, because it's not something that I have to do. And I did think about this. I said, well, at least those who are spending this kind of money, it's going towards education and the other sources that Sally mentioned earlier. But it's only 11 cents per dollar that actually goes to those type of services. So it's not even a lot of money. It's not the amount that we actually think that's going towards these services. It is not a form of taxation. It is entertainment. You have to be responsible with it. But at the ending of the day, we need to look at where the dollars are going before we actually buy these tickets.
Do you? You have to look where the dollars are going?
I think so.
Do you play the lottery?
No, I don't play the lottery, and I think what you find is
Just
that most
me?
people, it's just cute. It's got to be in it to win it. I grew up in New York, and the lottery thing there is you got to be in it to win it. And so a lot of the money is spent in targeted advertising and marketing in very, poor, uneducated communities, because they're trying to get people to buy these tickets that usually can't afford it. And so what I find that the cause usually is a great one, like in Texas, it's veteran services, it's education. Jackie's very right that bulk of the money is not spent on those things, so that as part of marketing things to do so. A lot of the money is spent in advertising and marketing in those communities. So, when you have like half the state has a huge dropout rate, and this money is being used to really target people that don't understand their personal finances, this is just not good for the future of any state.
Let me go to Sally. She's monitoring our social media.
Okay, we've got 2 viewers who disagree with you all and say it is a tax. Ben says Texas started off with 1 lottery, but now there's a gazillion, and the Powerball, a tax that's paid primarily by the poor. And then Tim says lottos are a form of tax on the poor, still fun to play occasionally and within means, and we can all have billionaire dreams. You know, the people who won, they say they're not quitting their jobs. They're going back to work tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts. when that first interest check hits the bank, we'll see if they're still employed. You know, look, a tax is something that the government says you have to pay this or we will take stuff from you. So that's why I said it's not a tax. Is it a form of taxation on the poor? If you play, yes, it is. Okay, and that's really the point. I'm not going to quibble with them about that. This is the lottery is good as long as you are responsible in the way that you do it.
But unfortunately, those who are playing the lottery the most are those who are poor and are uneducated because they feel this is their way, pun intended, this is their ticket and their way out.
Right.
And so unfortunately, when you see, if you walk through a casino, it's usually the people who are addicted to gambling or addicted to playing these games. Those are the people who can afford it the least.
The ones who get hurt.
Exactly.
Well, some states use the money to fight addictions. I just find that completely hilarious, right? It's the ironic thing. We're going to try to target communities where we think addicted people are and get them to buy lots of lottery tickets. Then we will use that money, or at least some of it, to help them.
Let us help you.
Look, this is an important thing, and as we lay out our tax policy and we try to figure out where the revenues are coming from, states are doing things like this because they're short of revenue, and so it becomes a regressive tax.
I'd say just buy a nice pair of shoes instead of buying all these tickets.
Well, I can tell you this: if I ever win
Let them eat cake.
If I ever win the lottery, Sally, people are going to go. 2 weeks later, you're going to go, "Whatever happened to Chris?" Listen, and while we're talking about gambling, we have to bring up the Fox 26 Breakfast Challenge that Nate Griffin and I have been in. Nate is behind 3-2. He's now behind 4-2.
4-2. He lost the college stuff.
The college bet. We bet over the college, and Nate lost again, and he didn't come in today. I don't blame him. Nate, come on. It's okay to lose to me.